All right, what's going on YouTube? Hope y'all are doing fantastic. As you can see, we are at the Render ATL office. It looks amazing in here. And I have the pleasure of having
Courtney.
Courtney. Woo! Go Courtney. Yes. Thank you for joining us for this, super slight and very unserious interview.
All good.
Yeah.
Happy
so
to be here.
Start off by telling us about yourself. Like, what do you do at Render? And
yeah. So I am a second-year Render employee, technically. I started off over at Atlanta Tech Week, our sister company. And so this year I'm helping with Render social media. So I'm managing our social media, working with our wonderful ambassadors like yourself, and making sure that we show up really cool and authentic on social media.
Okay, nice. What was your experience like doing marketing for Atlanta Tech Week, and how does that experience translate to what you're doing with Render now?
That's a great question. It was really cool, especially since we were in the early beginning phases and just trying to build. So there's a lot of ground to cover, and it was just really exciting getting to meet everyone and feel their enthusiasm with building something that was able to connect all types of people. So over on this side, it's also very exciting. Render already has their name in the game, so that's really cool to come over here to an established brand and be able to just amplify and build on, what our team was already built, and just be a part of such a great, amazing team. I think our team is definitely my most favorite thing about working here. I'll ask you a question. How has your experience been? Just grab the mic. How's your experience been being an ambassador? What do you think?
I love being an ambassador, honestly.
Yeah.
I think last year is a little bit more nerve-wracking just because this was something new for me. I don't really put myself out there when it comes to being in front of the camera or being an ambassador for events or things of that nature. I'm definitely more of the behind the scenes kind of person. I'll create the content as long as my face is not in it.
We're similar.
So it was a bit of a struggle, but actually getting to Render and being an ambassador, I also volunteered as well, and really just seeing what the vibes were like. For me, it was I'm sold. Next year in front of the camera. Yep, y'all got me. I signed on the dotted line, and I was just all right, let's do it for life. Render for life.
Not the 360.
Yep, gonna get it tatted on me. But so I think this year, I'm definitely taking a different approach to being an ambassador. I definitely want to do more in general, not just for my own content, but also pushing Render. I know that it hasn't been around that often. The founder is my fraternity brother.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I am a
That's
Sigma.
so cool.
Yeah. So, just talking with him and seeing what his vision is, and one of my pro fights, Remy, he's also part of staff. So I was okay, well, guess I'm next. Cool. Guess I'm next up. You know what I mean? So definitely wanted to take that time to really just grow in general. So all right, give me my mic back. If you could describe Render ATL Tech Week in 3 words, what would you say? I
would say intentional. I would also say uniting and Southern.
It is very Southern, Southern.
Absolutely.
Speaking of Southern, are you from Atlanta? Are you?
I am.
Born and raised?
Yeah.
Or oh man, that's crazy.
I am.
Nice. Okay.
I'm a suburban girl.
What has been your Atlanta experience? I guess being because Render is they try to position themselves ATL Tech Week between that intersection between that Southern hospitality and the tech. So what has your experience been at the intersection of those two, or even before, without Render and then after?
I think it's been really exciting. I think the experience that we try to bring to not only attendees but our staff has been really authentic. And I think being born and raised in Georgia or Atlanta, my dad's from Atlanta, it is just a reminder of why we do this. Just having a space where that Southern hospitality can really shine in everything that we do, from how we book our speakers to who gets to speak at Render, to our activations, to our merch. Everything is just very intentional and Southern inspired, and we're not afraid to hide it. And I think that's really, really cool because, you know, sometimes when you think of tech, you don't really think of Atlanta.
Right.
You think of like Silicon Valley, you think of New York, you think of maybe like Austin. You always think of those other places. So having a space where people can be authentically them with a little bit of, you know, Southern hospitality has been really, really cool and exciting.
Okay. Speaking of speakers, is there a list already out? Is there any like
confidential information?
Celebrities, you know?
You know, a little birdie told me that list is dropping soon.
Okay.
So,
hey, it's dropping soon, y'all. So
stay tuned.
One last question for you, and I will let you go. But if you can give like future attendees, the reoccurring attendees, you know, something that they can look forward to when it comes to Render this year.
One piece of advice, I would definitely say come with two things. Come with the mindset of being open to meet new people and actually make intentional connections. I think that's just a spirit that we hope everyone can embody, you know? So creating connections that go beyond let me get your Instagram or what's your LinkedIn, like really following up with people because everyone here is such a great person to meet. They have an amazing story. Some of them, you know, they're new to tech, others have been seasoned tech professionals, and they're just really great people to connect with and follow up with, you know? So I would say that, but also be open to new experiences, challenging yourself, pushing yourself out your comfort zone. That's not always the easy thing to do. But yeah, those two things, intentionality and being open.
Okay. Yeah, those are some very good points. Like, I think this year I'm gonna definitely be a lot more intentional going into it, like the actual conference itself. I feel like I did a pretty good job of like networking and things of that nature, all things considered. But I think like the intentionality behind like looking for specific jobs or like doing my research beforehand. But when I first came to Render the first time, I did feel like a bit discouraged because I was not like fully in tech. Like I wasn't like a software developer or like an engineer or something like that.
Yeah.
I am also in marketing. Like I work at SiriusXM, Pandora Music.
Very cool.
So like that marketing advertising piece, like that was definitely something that was discouraging because that was my whole background. But me knowing and knowing for sure that I wanted to be in tech some way somehow, and like at that time it was like, okay, well, if I can't do something that's like super technical, let me see if I can find like a design or marketing job, like working at a tech firm. My people, if y'all took anything from that, you know, make sure you come prepared. You know, don't just come for the vibes. It will be a good time. It'll be a good vibe. Concert is going to be lit as well. Do we know who the artist is?
Can't say.
So y'all do know who the artist is. I just don't want to say anything. I guess we'll have to wait like everybody else, you know. Sorry, y'all. I thought we was getting an exclusive, but next time. I have to be able to report, you feel me?
Yes.
That being said, Courtney, it's been a pleasure. We definitely thank you for doing this off of a whim. I literally asked her like 2 minutes before I pressed record, like, hey, can you do this for me? And you killed it.
Oh,
it was definitely a good interview. So thank you so much for doing it for us. And y'all, please get your tickets. Find a community partner and get them tickets.
August 12th and 13th?
August 12th
tickets
and 13th.
On sale.
They are already on sale now. So, you know, if you snooze, you lose, but I will be there and hopefully you won't be square. So we'll see. That was crazy.